home viewers to participate. That's right. This morning, part 2 of Jones' report.
At first glance, this may look like a control room in any television station. But unlike other stations which just send out information, this computerized control room receives information as well. Information from the viewer at home.
The two-way capability really permits you to do all the things that we have dreamed about, whether it's the banking and the ordering of the foods, and certainly ordering theater tickets. Even on the experiments of Qube so far, you could book reservations at the local restaurants and all of that.
Michael Dan is one of the foremost authorities on television and television programming. In fact, he has served as a network programming chief. And because of his extensive knowledge, he was asked to be the consultant on this unusual project.
But essentially, it's a communications form. And what a good newspaper meant several hundred years ago, and what television means in some countries of the world, and our country from time to time, particularly in news coverage, is to inform people, and by informing people, you make them more responsible citizens.
We've got Mayor Moody here. This is a chance to make sure that he hears whatever it is you want to say. Would you be willing to pay more taxes for better snow removal? Yesterday it was in the 60s that said no, we wouldn't want to do it, and today those people that are of course it's the day after and the snow is off a little more, but nearly 3/4 of the people would not be willing, 3/4 of the people who are touching in would not be willing to pay higher taxes.
I'm interested in this change from yesterday to today, and I think that reflects the concern of the moment.
You find that the people at home are responding. They're not worried about their responses being logged somewhere.
They are constant. If we asked a question and they didn't want to answer, or they are constantly alerted to the fact that do not answer, or we will not make this available, or these records will not be kept. There are many ways that and that's part of the experiment. How do you protect the viewer? Because certainly we, as a corporation, are not interested in gathering private data about people. This is a service, and unless we make darn sure those people are protected, we have no project.
Remember that your answers are just between you and your Qube console. Nobody is watching. Your husband has left the room. So these questions are just for you. You can and should be absolutely honest. I guarantee your privacy, but it's up to you to guarantee your honesty.
The whole world is watching Columbus, and they're watching it for the most selfish reasons possible. Because if it works, it's going to work for the world, just as color television or a tape cassette or anything else.
That's the sound of television protecting your home and perhaps even saving your life. Let me disarm the system. I'll let you in on my secret code. 8450. Now I can set this device every time I leave the house or at night while the family is sleeping and I want protection. It uses many of the same devices that maybe you have in your home. Fire or smoke detectors. This is a motion indicator. That's one of the things that gave me away when I walked in the door. But what makes the system so different is that the signals from these devices are picked up by the Qube unit in your home. Now that's the same unit that brings you Rocky or a Streisand concert or lessons on how to cook or play backgammon. But in this case, they're picking up those signals and transmitting them from your home to Qube's central computer. Then they're instantly relayed to the proper authorities.
I think that the Qube, like the computer, like the 747, will be essentially a product of this high-density population of the urban centers, which is going to become a basic necessity like the telephone. I feel that more than any other thing that I've done in 30 years of electronic broadcasting, this will bring us closer to a more productive society than anything else involved, and that of course includes television and LP records and motion picture films, Betamax tape, whatever.
And like the telephone, the cost of talkback TV will depend on how much you use it. There's a monthly cable charge of $10.95. Then the giant computers bill you for any additional programs that you choose from the 10 pay channels. Prices range from $1 to $4 for movies on up to $20, say for a college course in accounting. If all goes well, they say it could be available to everyone in 2 to 3 years. I'll look forward to your responses, but until then, only I can say to you, good morning, America.
I don't know, Joan, when that tube starts talking back, we may all be in trouble. Is it true there are sports applications?
That's what I know you'd be interested in this. They're allowing people at home to tell you, the sportscaster, what you think the ruling should be, say in a basketball game, or what play.
Are they going to tell Howard, too?
Yeah, they'll tell Howard.
Okay.
What kind of a play the quarterback should be making. And you see the computer instantly scans every set in the city, and you get a computer reading as to what the people think they should do.
Boy, that's really wild. Well, we're going to talk about a system that allows absentee parents to help teach their children using the tape recorder after this from Whirlpool's dishwasher.